Welcome to Winners on a Wednesday. This week we have 4 winners on a Wednesday. These guys have formed a fantastic collaboration. Came on the crash course last year. Well, you came on the crash course last year.
Yes.
Did some incredible things, financially free, living in...
actually living in Poland.
Living in Poland. Just, guys, why don't you just all tell us what on earth have you guys are like maniacs. I see you on Facebook doing deals all of the time. When we met at the crash course, you had a massive fire in your belly and you told me, I'm going to be on Winners on a Wednesday next year.
Absolutely.
I'm going to be financially free. It would have been easy not to believe you because you were living in Poland, you had no money, and you've done some incredible things. So why don't you just kick off and tell us what you've been doing over the last 12 months?
So over the last 12 months, when I started at the crash course in February in Manchester, I got more orientated. I educated myself on property, etc. By then, at the crash course, I signed up for the DFE as well, which I joined in May 2018 here in Wolverhampton. Lovely weather we had, good education, a lot of information. This was the basis for my property knowledge, and yeah, without that, I wouldn't have been so far as where I am now. I started deal sourcing. I formed my sourcing company, AAA Sourcing Ltd. By then it was Ltd, now it is AAA Property Solutions Ltd. I just changed the name. Fully compliant company, and from summer 2018 till the end of the year I sold over 20 deals.
So hold on. So you came on the crash course in February.
Yes.
And since then you've sold over 20 property deals.
Yes.
And made about how much money from that?
Well, it's a bit hard to say because since I was a starting company, I didn't charge an exact amount. So one deals I really had to sell them because I needed the money.
So you started selling deals quite low?
Quite low, yes.
And then you started building up. So what's the range then? So what will be the lowest and the highest?
The lowest is £400.
Okay.
And the highest is 3,500.
3,500. So you sold 20 deals. The lowest was £400. An average would be around about what?
Let's say I think 16.
1,600.
1,600, yeah.
Okay, so that's fantastic.
Yes,
that's great.
That's fantastic.
Okay,
yeah.
and how on earth did you guys form?
Yeah, so myself and Giovanni Lopez, we come from Cambridge, and personally myself just left sixth form, so I've turned 20 this year. Giovanni 22 this year. We came together purely because of the inspiration of entrepreneurship, financial freedom. Both working a punting job in Cambridge. The famous River Punt in Cambridge, home to a lot of teenagers coming out of school, and it brought us together in that essence, talking about business, and from then on we came to a crash course in August. We met Alistair Cunningham in the crowd, and he was really the pinnacle of our decision to go further in property, taking us aside, and actually we stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning in the Hilton, talking about how we can take the next steps forward.
What with Alistair, you mean?
Alistair, yes.
Oh wow,
yeah.
Amazing.
Really inspirational, and we put a lot of value on that. Someone we don't know, we just met that day, and it's really showing us the possibilities of property, and that aligned with our future vision.
Yeah.
And from then on, we didn't go to the course that you have.
DFE.
You mean you did the crash course, but you didn't do the advanced training, right?
That's right, yeah. So we thought that we could be resourceful, just us two, and through networking and hard work, we've found Joan on Facebook, which is a very powerful tool for us. And,
actually, on your property investors with Samuel Leeds.
Yeah. Correct.
That's how we found each other.
So I'm trying to work out how you guys all got together exactly. So you came on the crash course in February last year, and you were just like, raw, you started selling deals.
Yes.
You guys came on March.
Yes.
You're coming next March.
Yes.
Well, this month coming.
Yes.
So how did you guys all collaborate? Because you sounds like you've all done reasonably well, and I know you've got a great background story.
Yes, actually, I'm in property for 2 years now, and I'm just I found the guys in team in Facebook as well, and I just the networking through the Facebook, in your Facebook, is really good because I didn't know any of the teams, and we just started knowing each other from the Facebook, which is really good. And yeah, just trying to know each other and start doing the JV with each other more.
Yeah.
More and more and more, and as a team, I believe we're doing really well because all of the guys in a separate area are doing really well
Yeah.
in each area
So
that they are.
let me ask you a question then. You've been in property a couple of years.
Is-
and
yeah.
I know at the moment you're doing some really good rent-to-rent deals and all stuff, which you're doing as a group.
Yes.
Why do you think you'll go further or get more money, or maybe it's not about the money, as a group than just all working individually?
Yes, this is the actually great question, and as a team, each can earn more. When we are in a team,
Yeah.
each of us got a just expertise in area. For example, boys are really good in finding the deal, and
Yeah.
area, and John is really good to finishing the deal and speaking to the
I can imagine
landlord,
that.
speaking to the landlord and finishing the deal. And
Yes.
when we're doing service accommodation, as you know, at the moment, and for the just decoration and just the finishing touch, I'm just helping guys to do the property just a bit outstanding.
Yes.
And we do all the process, and each of us doing the area that we are just expertise on a bit.
So basically what you're saying is you've got skills, you guys have got skills. Did you guys know each other already?
Yeah, I came across your book.
Yes.
It's initially how I then presented it to Malou, read your book in like a day. It was the way you wrote it, brought a lot of the energy that you brought into the book, and it was very inspiring. And we booked onto your course straight after that, and me and Malou went together. And then after that, started networking on Facebook, met Jen, and that's how it brought us to Manchester.
So you're from Poland, Jen?
Well, actually, I'm Dutch born,
Yes.
but I'm living in Poland. Yes.
Okay. So you're living in Poland. You're from Holland. You guys are UK based, born and bred in the UK. I get a feeling you're not.
Yeah, I'm originally from Iran.
Iran.
Yes, but I'm living in the UK for 10 years
Okay,
now.
great. Yeah, but you've got a beautiful accent.
Oh,
So it's a really interesting team that you've got set up. So what I'd love to do is I'd love to hear about what you've achieved as a team, as a partnership.
Yes.
The deals that you've done, how much money you're making, and then I'd love to talk about some of the pros and cons to partnership, maybe some of the challenges to that. Give some of the guys that are watching this who might be thinking, should I do it on my own? Should I do it as a team? Maybe we can brainstorm the pros and cons of that. Draw some lessons. How does that sound?
Yeah.
So why don't you tell me? I mean, Jen, how many deals? You said you've done 20 deals.
Yes.
Is that as a group? Is that you?
Well, actually, those 20 deals are as a sourcer. So
Yeah.
me.
Is that separate to the group?
That was before the group, yes, before the team. When we decided, Giovanni, Malou and I, let's say end of December 2018, beginning of January, we're not going to sell on the deals. If they are good deals, we take them on ourselves.
So basically, before forming this partnership,
Yes.
your strategy, because you didn't have any money, right?
No.
In fact, your backstory is kind of incredible. Because I remember having dinner with you at the deal finding extravaganza.
Yes.
Just give a few, if you don't mind, a little bit of backstory about your life and about why you got into property, because it's quite incredible.
Yeah, well, a bit of my backstory is I'm an entrepreneur 19 years now. When I was 21, I just went to the Dutch Chamber of Commerce and say I want to register my own company. Yeah, what kind of company? I don't know, just my own company. And then I decided to set up a debt bailey, a debt collection company, because you didn't need to have any licensing for that, etc. 2001 financial crisis, so should be a bit of money to be made as a debt collector.
Yes.
And that's how I started. Then I met someone who taught me about company formations, etc. And I switched from a debt collector to a company formation agent. I've done that business for 7 years. After that, I went into sales of caravans, the ones that you put, touring caravans,
Yes.
for behind your car. From that, I went into static mobile homes, a bit bigger ones, but on camping places, etc. And from that, I went into the construction of timber frame ecological houses.
Yeah.
I had a construction, I still have the construction company, but there's a lot of competition in Poland. And actually the whole process of setting up this construction company brought me into a lot of debt.
Yes.
and that was why
So
I was
basi-
out of money.
So you had a business in Poland that didn't go too well. Because I remember when
yes.
you came to England, you were skint.
Yes.
Like skint.
Yes, absolutely.
And you were at the crash course, you had absolutely no money. But how did you afford to do the advanced training at the deal finding extravaganza?
Borrowed money.
You borrowed money.
Yes, I borrowed money.
Are you glad you
did? Yes, I'm really glad I did, because as I said, the crash course and the DFE were the basis of all my property knowledge, and it still is. From there I go.
Yes.
Everything that I decide.
Because no one can take back knowledge.
That's correct.
No
yes.
one can ever take that knowledge. And the thing is, it's really interesting, Jen, because I remember sometimes people come to me at the crash course and they say, I'm absolutely skint, I got no money, I want to borrow money to do the advanced training. What do you think, Samuel? And I'm like, I can't advise. I can't advise because it depends on the person. For some people, it would be a bad move because if they're absolutely skint, they've got no money, to borrow money to go into debt, to do a program that they might not implement anyway, it could be a bad move. However, it could be a really good move.
Yeah.
In your instance, I'm just like, do what you need to do, man. I'm not going to encourage anyone to get into debt. But the thing is, I'm not going to tell anybody not to. Because if I said, don't borrow the money and get into debt to go on the advanced training, then I would be robbing people like you of the success that you've now done. So I just think everyone has to make up their own mind. But look at the results, man.
Yep.
So as a result of the deal finding extravaganza, which is a very good program.
Yes. Absolutely.
You went on to sell 20 property deals, making around about, on average, selling them for £1,500.
Yes.
So making maybe about 30 grand.
Yeah.
And in Poland, I'm sure it looks like a lot more than that.
Yes, well, that's actually the thing. It looks like a lot more. It is a lot more because it's times 4.78 something at the moment.
So in Poland, that can like you can live on that money for like 3 years, maybe.
Yes, if you don't have a construction company that's costing money. That's the problem.
So you were doing deal selling to get yourself out of debt.
Yes.
To get yourself a bit of cash.
Yes.
You were learning, because the great thing about deal sourcing is when you find deals and sell them on, you're actually learning about property yourself
absolutely.
as well.
Yes.
So as long as you're selling good deals, I mean, how are the investors getting on now that bought from you?
Well, some of them, a lot of them, they were in property already.
Yes.
One of my clients is in property for 17 years.
Yes.
And he say, your numbers do stack up, they're okay, your calculations are alright, all the information that you provide. Actually, I don't need any more details. You did all the due diligence on the property.
Yeah.
They are doing well because they were already, but also new investors that bought for me, they're doing well. If they are not doing well, I don't know, because a lot of people don't show when they are not doing well. So
yeah, I mean, the bottom line is you were trained well. You learned how to find good deals. You learned how to package them. You learned how, so they should be doing well. I think sometimes selling to existing investors is the best.
Yes,
because
absolutely.
like I'm an existing investor. If you said to me, Samuel, I found a deal. And these are the figures. I'm going to look at it based on the figures. If it's a good deal, it stacks up. It's going to save me time. I'll pay you £2,000 because it's going to save me time, and I value my time. So I totally get that. I get how you sold 20,000. 20 deals, which is incredible. Let me ask you another question. How did you find and sell 20 property deals in the space of what, like 12 months?
Yes, well, not 12 months, let's say 9 months.
9 months?
Maximum,
9 months. Living in Poland. How did you do that?
Well, I did it all remote. The only thing I needed is a laptop, a phone, and an internet connection.
Yes.
A good internet connection will be fine to go to all the websites, to find the properties, calculate the utilities, etc., the council taxes. And I opened Facebook when I was waiting on my plane before the DFE. So I think I opened my Facebook account the 23rd of May, 2018.
So you had a brand new Facebook account.
Yes, brand new. Especially open for the DFE.
Yes. Okay. So at the deal finding extravaganza, you're saying you made a lot of contacts.
Yes. I made a lot of contacts.
Did you sell to some of them?
No, not to no one of the DFE.
I was going to ask if I could have some commission, but. Yeah.
I'm doing your commercial now, so.
Oh, right. I wouldn't, well, not quite, but okay. So let me ask you a question then. Remotely, how did that look like? And what were the processes of finding a property, selling it remotely?
So what I've done after the DFE, also Alice there taught me about how to get fully compliant, etc. I sorted that out, and I just went on Facebook on loads of property groups, contact with people, posting posts that people will come to me. Of course, AAA Sourcing has a Facebook page as well.
Yeah.
People came over there. Mailings through MailChimp. Well, it's MailChimp that I use. People can use other systems, but mailings. And that's how people came to me.
Yeah.
And to them I sold the deals. All my clients to whom I sold the deals, I found them on Facebook.
Brilliant.
Only Facebook.
Fantastic. And the properties, how did you find the properties?
Going on websites like OpenRent, Rightmove, search them on the internet. Gumtree.
Yeah. And you just contact the landlords.
Yep.
Negotiate a deal. Does anyone view the properties before you sell it? How does that work?
Well, I had people as well. Just my contacts close to the area. I asked them to visit it, and
so they do a report, take pictures.
Yes.
You sell the deal, and then on the basis that and then the investor goes, checks it out, checks it's okay, checks it's happy, and if he is, boom.
I also had 5 or 6 sourcers that were not compliant, so they source their own deals. They send their numbers to me. I ran them through my calculators.
Yeah.
And when I say yes, okay, for me it stacks up. We can sell this one. We split it. The finder's fee.
And that's why some of them were £400 because they were co-deal sourced.
Yes.
Amazing. Okay, so you're doing this. You're doing really well, deal sourcing. You guys, before the partnership was formed, then what sort of success were you having?
Well, I'm a university dropout. Malou is a sixth form student.
Yeah.
At the time that we met, I was kind of like trading forex, and I was looking to something other than university, to go another route.
Yeah.
Then began reading on property. Read Robert Kiyosaki's book.
Yeah.
From there, I went into your book.
It's always the way people read Robert Kiyosaki's book, they then read my book, they then come to the crash course, they then end up on Winners Wednesday. Yeah.
From there, we went on the course. I think we were the youngest. Me and Malou were the youngest there.
No, come on, how old are you?
I was 21 when I went to your course.
That's not that young, dude.
I'm 20.
He was 17 when he started.
Yeah, I was 17, man. but yeah, you're still relatively young, right?
Yeah. And the obstacle was to get money to go on your deal sourcing extravaganza, which we didn't have at the time.
Yeah.
Which was just students. So we just decided to go through the implementation route. Just every day.
Because here's the thing: sometimes people think the crash course is just like a taster preview. The crash course is on steroids, right?
Yeah,
it all depends how you interpret it yourself, what you do with the information.
Yeah.
The crash course provides a lot of information, and I know of members of your Facebook group, there are a lot of people that were successful without, well, there have been videos of Winners on Wednesday, of guys, girls as well, that didn't go to the DFE and they were successful because of just the crash course.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So
it is. So you guys have gone to the crash course. So what had you had any success in property before the partnership?
No, that's the thing, because we didn't know how to start. We didn't have no money at all. We were thinking of getting a loan to actually go into your DOV course as well.
Yeah.
And
so what value did you bring to the table? Then how did you? Because you've got Jern, who's done 20 deals and made £30,000, starting with nothing, and then I'll get to you in a moment. What value did you bring to the partnership?
We needed to get more educated, because Jörn was a deal sourcer and we had no background in deal sourcing.
Yeah.
So we went on YouTube, connected with other deal sourcers.
So it sounds to me like you guys were hungry. You had some knowledge because you've been on the crash course.
Yeah.
You've got fire. You're ready to implement, which is fantastic. Why did you partner with them?
Well, what I saw in them is a lot of motivation, and when they asked me a question, they picked up very quickly the the questions that I provided, etc. That's very important. I want to go forward, as you have seen from February on, and I don't want to stand, complain, look back. I look back just to learn from it, to learn from my mistakes, and go forward. And that's what I've seen with these guys as well.
Yes.
And the communication was very smooth. That's a really important thing.
Motivation, good communicators. I'll ask another question then.
One thing to add, and then that question is answered. Plus, it was easy for me. When the connection is good, the relationship is good. They're in the UK, and I'm in Poland.
Okay. So you're thinking these two guys, they've not built up brilliant portfolios and had much success in property, but they've been on the crash course.
Yes.
They're intelligent. They're hungry, they're motivated, they live in the UK, and you thought there could be really valuable assets.
Yes, absolutely.
Within there, is that kind of what you're saying?
Yeah. So we after the crash course, we were following up with people that we networked with, and they said rent's the way to go, and we decided that when we go back to our hometown, we're going to learn as much as we can. We ended up finding networking events such as PIN, Property Investors Network by Samuel Zutzi. Actually, on our second occasion, we met Samuel Zutzi as well, and so that was really nice and good timing for us. It was the summer of 2018, and we decided that we'll go straight to the PIN host, Christine, and she said, I'll be your guarantor if you find a good deal that stacks up. And that gave us a lot of faith to go out and actually find deals in our town, and we started going to letting agents and stuff like that, putting on our suit and make a website quickly on Wix and try and look as professional as we can. In a city where it's very affluent, Cambridge, university town, we find it quite a barrier to get to that kind of respect in the property industry as young guys, and then of course through resourcefulness, we found on YouTube deal sourcing education, decided that we can deal source and stretch all over the UK. And from that we started finding HMO deals in areas such as Stoke, Newcastle, and areas such as Birmingham and Manchester. Finding deals, doing the numbers up, doing our due diligence, and eventually we got to a pinnacle where we couldn't really sell the deals on, we couldn't find investors, maybe they weren't trusting our figures enough, and so on and so on. So we decided to reach out on Facebook. We see beautiful communities on Facebook, people helping each other, and conversation starters as well. And we decided to make a post on Facebook on the group, who sold 15 deals before. We need your help. We would like to network and tell you our story. You tell us yours. Which
is a great post because, and I think you guys all actually, because I watch you on Facebook and I watch what you do, and it's incredible really, because a lot of people, they just spam groups, I've got a deal, buy my stuff, buy my deals, and all that happens is that just repels people. The admins block them from the groups because it's like, you're just spamming the groups. But what you guys do so well is you add value and you sort of say, hey, we'd like to give some tips, or is there anyone here that's doing deals? And you just network really well, and then off the back of it you make a lot of money.
That's the thing, like attracts like, and we felt that it was almost natural that Joe came into our experience. We were just the inspiration just to come on the group and say, look, we may not be as experienced, but we're open to learn. We've got the hunger, we've got the fight, and we're looking to stretch our arms and legs and learn from people that have got experience. And it came at the right time for Jean as well, as we later discovered. And the partnership ever since then has been a wonderful success.
When did the partnership start?
January.
Yeah, we were in contact.
About 2 or 3 months.
November I think we got in contact, and we had our chats, etc. We discussed numbers.
It'd be great to hear in a moment about what I know you guys have done great things since the partnership was formed just 2 or 3 months ago, which we can get to in a minute. Kind of got your backstory, which is hungry, motivated, intelligent, based in the UK. Jern, just an absolute beast. Sold 20 deals from Poland remotely. I'd love to hear a little bit about your backstory prior to the partnership.
Yes. Before partnership, I've done just a couple of deal sourcing. And it was with someone else. We just found a deal and sell it together.
So what's your background? What are you full time now in property?
Not really. But
what do you do? What do you do for a living full time?
Actually, we've got a takeaway.
Okay.
And I'm working with my husband.
What kind of food?
Is it a pizza?
Nice.
Burgers, kebabs, and I've been doing that for a living. But I've done a couple of deal sourcing, and because we had we have our business. We come with some of the problems, some of the staff left, and I had to work long for about 40 days without any day off, and it was too mess at the time.
Yeah.
And I've just we had a headache, and I've just forgot everything about property at that time after selling deals. And I've been to the course, and I'm supposed to do HMOs.
Yeah.
But I am in mentorship on that course still. But in networking, I found Darren in the Facebook networking, and he just offered to do a service accommodation, and I just said yes. I'm happy to do a service accommodation.
Yeah.
We just start doing these things together. We didn't know each other much, but the Facebook was really good.
Yeah.
To just.
Would you say that Jern's kind of like the mastermind behind all of this?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of the one that kind of makes it happen,
Yeah.
invites people to this
Yeah.
this partnership which is going to
Exactly.
take over the world.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah.
So
At least the UK.
yeah, it'll take over the UK. So, again, so what value, what's your role then within this partnership?
Actually, I was started as a JV cash partner
Yeah.
to put the cash in the deals, but
Okay.
I've just got this idea. If someone give me opportunity, I will take it at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know how I will just make it at the end, but I will say at the time, and then work out how I want to do
Yeah,
it.
because you've
And
you've not even been on the crash course yet.
No, but I've seen most of your winners.
It's different. It's different.
And most of the videos that you put
Yeah.
on the YouTube
Yeah, yeah,
channel, I'm subscribed, and I've seen every single one that.
High five. Although,
see
how much? Let me just say, how much better is the crash course than the videos?
For me, I learn in life, you know.
Yeah.
So for me, the crash course with the high five, with
and
all
the live
dancing
live calls and
yeah.
actually doing it.
For me, that's such a motivational drive.
Yeah.
Plus all the information.
The videos are great. The videos you get
Absolutely.
you get a lot of content, but then the crash course you do it and it
Yeah.
happens. And
I wish
so,
I found you before I start that course, and I'm in the mentorship with that
Oh,
course,
wow.
because it's HMOs,
Yeah.
and I'm not doing HMOs.
yeah,
So-
but you know what? If you just get one deal,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
and
alright.
You
Yes.
can always look back. But let me ask you a question. So you're coming on the crash course next month.
Yes.
So you put some. So basically, you were kind of like the investor. So you've put a bit of money into the because you've seen Jörn, you've seen how good he is, passionate. You've seen these boys, how smart they are, and you've thought this is going to be really successful.
Yeah.
The one thing that none of you have got, I know you've sold deals and stuff, but it's a complete zero startup, right?
Yeah, well, actually, how we met with Afsaneh is we came up with the idea. Okay, we have a deal now. We had a lot of viewings, also a lot of potential deals, but later on the landlord changed mind, etc. So basically, we started with 3 deals, contracts signed, etc. And we wanted to recycle our money, the money that we invested in it. So how can we do that? The numbers are good. A minimum profit of £700, a net profit per calendar month.
Yeah.
And most of the deal did cost us around 3.5k to set it up.
Yeah.
Buy all the small stuff like cutlery, etc., microwaves. So we said, okay, 3.5k, even if we do a very good JV program, they join up with us for 3.5k, we get our money back. Because we always negotiated a part of the first month rent free, deposit free, since we work with rent guaranteed insurance, etc. That insurance also covers damages from our side to the property up to £50,000,
Yes.
which is way better than just a deposit of 1k, something like that. And we said, okay, so the investor invests 3.5k.
Who's the investor? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I won't call it an investor. I will call it a JV partner.
Yes.
Because we JV, etc.
Yes.
And the first JV partner is Afsaneh, and we are together now in two deals.
Here's another question. The business that you've set up, what's it called?
AAA Property Solutions.
And it stands for Amazing Affordable Apartment.
Yes.
Amazing affordable apartments.
Yes.
So we're going to talk a little bit about the business in a minute, what you've done in the last couple of months from the business, because prior to that, you've done a little bit of property. worked out okay, maybe some instances not okay, really busy with your business, you've got some money you want to invest it, and rather than investing a little bit of money into property, you've seen the opportunity. If you can invest that money into a property business and be a partner, you think you're going to make a lot more money, right? And that's paying off?
Yes. Yes.
So far, good.
Yeah.
You guys got it. Jern, you're like mastermind. So I kind of understand. I can kind of, because I must say, this is probably the craziest Winners Wednesday we've ever done. So high five for that, man. But even when I got here, I drove to the car park and I saw you guys all standing collectively outside taking selfies, and I was just thinking, this is gonna be fun, you know. But I kind of have got my head around. I understand now the partnership and what you've done. Are you able to do your own deals outside of the partnership in due course, or is the partnership like every single deal forever has to go through this? Like, what's the plan?
Well, the JV agreement is not set up like that.
Yeah.
It's not a binding relationship.
Yes.
And with us, actually, we don't have agreements
Right.
in between us, and we just do it together, and it works out. And every one of us is allowed to take on his own deals.
Okay. So you do. So the deals. So the deals that you do together, you do it on a deal by deal basis, where you say this deal would work really well for us collectively. Should we put it in the group? Should we do it as a joint venture? Yes, we will. In which case, on this deal, we'll work out 50-50 or whatever it might be.
Yep.
Great stuff. You can also do your own deals. So you've got your own businesses, but then you also do those together. That makes sense. I think that's a smart way to do it. Sometimes people say, you know, we're going to set up a business and all of the deals have to go through this business. And if you're going to do that, you have to get proper contracts, a solicitor involved. Yes. But the way you're doing it, deal by deal basis, I think that probably makes sense.
But you're tied up on the agreement, and it doesn't give you any space.
Yes.
To go to the left or to the right or to forward.
That's a really good tip. That so if you want to joint venture with somebody, rather than thinking we have to joint venture our whole lives, do it on a deal by deal basis.
Yep.
Say this deal would be great because I can put this in, you can put this in. Hey, let's do it together.
Yeah.
Great. It's brilliant. This deal, you can have that deal, and I'll have this. I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
For me, it makes sense. As I said, otherwise you would be tied up, and when the JV doesn't work out, then your whole business system.
Yeah, because it might be that in 3 years' time you think this business that we've all got together, I think I'm adding more value, and then it creates problems.
Yeah,
if you go on a deal by deal basis.
And if this deal doesn't work out, you only have to solve your problems with that particularly JV partner, and the other deals will go on. Plus, they will provide you with your income. This deal doesn't provide you with income.
Yes.
Maybe, but those deals are. And
how many deals then have you done together since you started a couple of months ago?
With Afsanin, we are in 2 deals now.
Yeah.
And we are in those 3 that we have, with another 3 coming up. We need to close on them this week.
Yeah. And those 3 deals, so you've done so far in the last couple of months, you've done 3 deals between you. Is that right?
Yes.
And what kind of deals? What kind of deals are those?
Service accommodation.
And that's rent to service accommodation.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of monthly cash flow are you getting or expecting to get from those?
We always calculate them conservative, minimum £700 net profit per calendar month.
Yes.
And they should do between 1K.
Yes.
Depending on the location, very dependent on the management company that you choose. Really important.
Yeah.
How they manage that property. For you.
And I know you've had some challenges with some bad management companies that have done things that they didn't say they were going to do, and vice versa. But that's learning, right?
Yes, exactly.
That's
that's learning, and it is an issue, but we will definitely get over it.
Yeah.
Get along.
So, Joan, are you financially free? Would you say?
When I have a look at the income, yes. Yeah. But I have to sort out other financial issues that I have
from the previous businesses.
Yes, from my previous.
So, how much money would you say now from doing the crash course and the DFE last year?
Yes.
How much income are you making from property today? Would you say each month?
Between 700 and 1,000 pounds.
Which for
which for me is enough.
Yeah.
To run my business with and live in Poland with my family.
Why do you love Poland so much? Because you were born in Holland. Hold on, you were born in Holland. You invest in the UK, but you live in Poland. Why Poland? It's a great place. I love Poland.
Yeah, the triangle, I would make it the other way around. I'm born in Holland, went to Poland because of the mobile home trade.
Yeah.
We bought a lot of second-hand mobile homes. We transported them to Poland, renovated them, and
Yes.
sold them in Poland and former Eastern Germany. I love the country. I love the mentality.
Yes.
I love my wife, of course, Polish.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's the main reason that I said, so first it was business, then I met my wife and I said, okay, this is my, let's say, home country, where to live. But then because the business was going worse, financially speaking, I started orientating what to do, and I came to property.
Yes.
Then I was thinking, because it all started for me, the first video on property was from an American guy that was doing house flippings.
Okay.
But America is a bit too far.
Yes.
So I was thinking, which country is the best? I know the Dutch property market for a long time. I was 16 when I first got interested in that.
Yeah.
And it's pretty okay, but a lot of tight regulations for landlords, etc.
I know you did a lot of research about where's the best place to make money. And,
Yes.
and why did you come to the conclusion that England was the best place to make money in property?
In England, you have a lot of strategies: HMOs, rent to rent, delayed completions. It's something that most of the people didn't hear about in Poland.
Yes.
We sold our apartment on a delayed completion, and people were like, "What? What did you do? Is that legal?"
Yeah.
And yes, in the UK it's all legal. A lot of possibilities. Renting is very popular in the UK as well. In Poland, everybody buys his home. They do rent, but for extremely high prices.
Yes.
So yeah, for me, plus the relation, the British pound, sterling, to the Polish zloty.
Yeah.
Gives me the best in return.
So how's life changed for you guys then since you started out now in property?
For myself, being at uni, after meeting Jen, becoming financially free, decided to leave uni and pursue this full time because of the income.
Are you in property full time now?
Because we're getting the income from properties, and as a student, I don't need that
How much income are you making now from properties?
Similar to Jen as well, 700.
So 700 to £1,000. That's how much you're making.
Yeah.
But that's each. So
Kind of.
Kind of, because for now, at this moment, Afsane is in the JV deal.
okay.
So she gets a 50% of the net profit anyway,
Yes.
with a minimum of 350. That's the deal we set up, and we split between each other.
Oh, okay. So she's getting a little bit more.
She's getting a little bit more. Yeah.
Okay. How much are you making from property now then?
I'm in the halfway of being financially free. It's gonna be like 1,000 again.
Another 1,000 on top.
Yeah.
So about £2,000 a month.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Because you invested the money.
Yeah, I'm in middle of being financially free.
Because what's your target to be financially free? 4,000 a month.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
Yeah, 4,000 a month is a comfortable amount, right?
Yes.
But if you're making £2,000 a month already and you've only been in this business 2 months, it's not bad. How much money did you invest into the business?
Around 7,000.
7,000. That's not a lot. That's not.
And we had no property in this January. Can you believe that?
So this January you had no properties.
Yes.
You invested 7,000. You've now got 3 properties. You're making £2,000 a month approximately. 7 to 1,000, 700 to 1,000, 700 to 1,000, and you're just kind of getting started. I think that's a massive achievement.
That is a massive.
You must be pretty pleased and excited.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, excited to come. We set the intention before the start of the year that £1 million portfolio, 50k in income by the end of the year. Some would say it's a bit too much, but I think the momentum that we've got now and the way we're gelling together as a team has been great, and yeah, more deals to come.
What does your family think?
Yeah, very proud, considering the background we've all come from.
What's your background?
So my mother's South African, my father's British, and just I say a tough upbringing, and pinnacle in my teenage years, realising the power of your mind, and essentially just putting that to practice and attracting prosperity since then. And now,
yeah, that's really inspiring though, because the fact that you've come from you weren't born with a silver spoon in your mouth.
No, I wouldn't say so. No.
You come from a tough background. You know, I mean, what do your parents do for a living?
Well, that's the thing. Like, there's not really an answer to the question. I went through a stage going through foster care and stuff like that, and family not being around too much. I say I wouldn't want to go too much into it, but yeah, a lot of emotional traumas and stuff like that, things to heal personally. I'd say I'm in a much better place than I am now. God bless to my friends and family that have been there in the right times and stuff like that. I made a lot of my friends in my lifetime family, and that's one of the things that I'm carrying with me now. I'd say Giovanni has been one of them. And yeah, just in that essence, being curious about how to heal yourself in that sense and projecting a beautiful future vision for yourself and making that a reality. I think that's for everyone to do. We all have such an amazing tool for our disposal. I won't say disposal, but tool that we have to attract the things that we want in life.
Man,
and it's and I think if you could take away one thing is not be afraid to ask, because I think a lot of the opportunities that have come to us now have been from not being afraid to ask, and the doors that have been open for us because we've been able to ask, and that's one of the things you have to push aside in yourself, and just surrender to the fact that there are people out there to help. And I think definitely the Facebook group has been a perfect reflection of that, finding Jean and just trusting in the process that we can come together in the UK, no matter where we come from. Only a couple of hours drive from the airport, and here we are together in Manchester. And ever since then, Manchester's been our home. And we'll continue to take on more deals, continue to network and find new friends. And it's been a beautiful journey so far, and we can't wait for the end of the year and see how far we've come.
So cool, mate. That's so cool. What would you say to somebody that was watching this, who maybe had a similar background to yourself, and just because a lot of people, I speak to people and they think just because they haven't got a lot of money, or they haven't got family who are in property, that they can't do it. Someone who comes from a similar background to yourself, that's thinking they're taking themselves out of the game because they're thinking my background's been bad, I've had a rough upbringing, I've not got any money, I can't even afford the training. Like, what would you say to them? Because you were in that situation and now you've achieved so much and you're only just getting started. So what would you say?
I mean, it's just the awareness of just looking around you and seeing how much there is, how much rich there is, and just being curious and seeing yourself being a part of what's going on. And I can't really say too much. I haven't got any quotes or anything at the top of my head.
No. What would be your biggest piece of advice to someone who was, say, yourself 2 years ago or 6 months ago even potentially? What would be your biggest piece of advice from your experiences?
I think everyone has that potential inside of them. There is a curiosity to want more for yourself.
Yeah.
And
what do you want for yourself? What's your strongest reason why? Why are you doing this?
I think on the baseline is to prove a point, and it's to look back and say that what's happened in the past doesn't define you. And hopefully in the future we can all teach others the power of their mind and what a powerful thing it can do for people and yourself and your family as well. Hopefully this could be a motivation for others. I hope this reaches out to friends and family at home as well as those.
What do your friends and family think of what you're doing?
That's the thing, like to be able to go on a path like this, you have to kind of step away from the noise and really kind of look within yourself, and kind of entrepreneurship as a whole is kind of like a solo journey, I think. Creating that life for yourself with the opportunities that we have, you tend to forget about the friends and the family and stuff like that, because you realise that actually in a few years' time you put the work in and you can come back and show them what is the potential, really.
So you want to really inspire the people from your background, your friends and family, you want to show them what's possible, yeah?
Definitely, yeah.
That's cool, bro. Well, listen, you know what? I mean, this goes for all of you, but if you need any help or support, if you get stuck on a deal or anything, you know where we are.
Absolutely.
Drop me a message, drop us a message.
Yep.
Because you're beautiful people, and I'm so proud of you guys. I'm so proud of you guys.
Thanks very much.
I mean, what you've achieved is remarkable, and I think you're all coming from a really good place as well. You must be really, really proud.
Yeah, we're really grateful to be here. Yeah, thank you ever so much.
Yeah, cool. What are the plans then? What's the next big deal?
Well, We are now on a few deals. As I said, three properties that we're going to.
So you've
close
got
on this.
3. You're about to get 3 more.
Yes.
That might give you the income that you really, the real
Yes.
financial freedom, and then there's comfortable financial freedom, right?
And the next step will be for us, as Malou already mentioned, our goal is to get a portfolio at the end of the year of 1 million
Yes.
worth, plus a net turnover, yearly turnover of 50k.
Yeah.
Um,
Is that each or is that as a business?
as a business.
50k. So you
50k turnover.
yeah. Turnover or
actually,
profit?
Sorry, profit.
Profit, yeah, okay.
Yes, more turnover.
I was going to say
profit.
because that's
Yeah.
yeah.
Otherwise, it was not much. Sorry for that. So that's our goal.
But you
what
should
we're-
be pretty much there already now. 50k. I mean, a profit of 50k over a year.
Yes,
I mean, that's,
yes. Yeah, but for me it's more like the rent to rent. I still have the feeling I don't own the
Oh, so
properties,
you want to
know?
you want to make 50k profit from your own portfolio?
Yes, from your own portfolio. Yes,
So the key
indeed.
now is you're doing rent to rent, deal sourcing, controlling properties. You're making decent cash flow.
Yes.
Which enables. I mean, are you full time property? Oh,
Yeah.
university and property.
Left
No.
university.
Oh, you left
Yeah.
university.
No, yeah.
So what's your strongest reason why?
Really, like I'm not UK born.
Where you born?
Born in Portugal.
Okay. You guys are a right international bunch. I love it.
Yes.
I think you're the only one that's born in the UK, right?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So born in Portugal, went through some family traumas as well. When I was younger, some close family passed away, and we had to move away from Portugal where we was living. Went through different primary schools, moving city to city. Ended up moving into Cambridge, and that's where I found Jaren and you, Malou. And yeah, from there, it's just been trying to make the most of the situation that I'm currently in, and property has been the perfect vehicle for that.
I mean,
Yeah,
full
it's
time in property is a good achievement.
Yeah,
Because you're like what 22 now.
yeah,
Not many 22-year-olds can say I'm a full-time property entrepreneur. How does that feel?
feels amazing.
Would you say that property's changed your life?
Oh yeah, most definitely, and as you said, it's just the start.
Yeah.
So can't wait for the year and to end and see what we've achieved as a group.
Yeah.
A lot
What are your individual? Because I know you do properties as a group. You're also going to be doing things individually. What's your kind of personal goals?
For me, it's to build, as big as possible. 15 service accommodations. Really interested in the property developments as well.
Yeah. But what's the personal reason behind that? So let's say you've got 15 serviced accommodation properties, you've got development projects, let's say you own a castle, whatever. What are you then going to do with your time and with your money? What's the real reason? Because I can tell you're a passionate guy.
Traveling. I want to travel
Yeah.
as much as possible.
Nice.
I've had little experiences here and there doing traveling, but now that having that income coming in every month, it's going to allow me to do that even more.
Yeah.
I'm very into sports. I used ex-professional, semi-professional football player,
Oh, nice.
but the entrepreneurship side of things has not allowed me to carry that on. So potentially go back to that. And
What did you study at uni?
economics.
So you studied economics at uni. What were you planning when you first signed up for uni? What was the plan to do once you finished uni?
Probably becoming like a financial advisor.
Yeah.
Initially, my dad wanted me to be a doctor, but I was like, nah, that's too much.
What
work
does your
for
dad
me.
do?
He's an engineer.
Oh, he's an engineer.
Yeah. So after a year of uni, I decided that's not for me.
Yeah.
It was, lectures, it was all
Yeah.
that work that was
Travelling's more fun, right?
way more fun. It wasn't meaningful as well for me. So
Yeah.
property, like every day we're doing something new, pushing, it's our purpose.
What's your biggest property tip to people watching this?
I'd say it's a difficult answer, difficult question as well. I'd say just, network.
Get out there,
Get out
meet
there.
people. Money comes from people, doesn't it? Not property.
Yeah, if you find deals, money will come.
Yeah.
And you're going to find people if you've got the deals.
Yes.
So
Love that, man.
that's what we're doing day by day. And
Property changed your life as well?
Yeah, absolutely.
Changed your life?
Yes, of course, absolutely.
That's so cool. Changed your life as well, right?
Yes, yeah.
That's so cool. Guys, thank you so much for coming on. It's been the weirdest Winners Wednesday ever, but it's been epic, and I'm so cheering you on. I'm continuing to watch and cheer you on. Keep in touch, and maybe we'll get you back for a part 2 next year. Who knows? Woodside.
Yeah.
Awesome. Good job, man.
Thanks very much.
Thank you so much for watching the video. That is the reason why I'm doing this. Your success is my oxygen. Every single week we've got people becoming financially free. If you'd like to see more success students, you can do that right here. But what I'd really suggest is, why don't you come and join us at the Property Investors Crash Course? Come along, my guest, completely free, and I'll personally be there for 2 days to help you get started. You can see what happens right here. What you'll notice is all of these stories, they all start at the Crash Course. So come along, my guest, can't wait to see you there. Peace out.